Hey, beautiful people. So I kind of wanted to give signs that someone is a witch, or some signs that you might not know. So when I first was dealing with this family, I started getting extreme headaches, constant headaches. I was always getting headaches. I was like, oh my gosh, like I was feeling like, oh my gosh, like I have something's on my brain. I was getting headaches almost every day, all the time, just headache. Sometimes I would feel nauseous and feel sick. I feel sluggish and just not good. When I would leave the presence of my ex-boyfriend and his family, sometimes I would feel kind of relieved, almost like I don't even know how to explain it, to be honest, because it's so weird, I would feel. Also, they had one of the ladies, she had crystals on her hands and stuff, and I realized that when she came to move in with my husband, when she came to move in with my ex-boyfriend's mom, they would have crystals all over the house in random spots and stuff. The house always felt very odd. I would hear noises in the house that you can't describe. Not only did I hear noises in the house, I had the door literally turn and open. There was really almost like poltergeist. I would be about to walk into a room and I'd hear a whole bunch of shuffling and stomping and stuff like that. And then when I went into the room, I was like, there's nothing in there. And I was telling him, I said, your house is haunted or something. Something's wrong. You need to, pray over your house and stuff. I said, I said, either your house is haunted or somebody lives in your attic. I just kept on, also I was always having dreams about my ex-boyfriend at night. I would always have dreams that he was cheating on me. He was just doing very vindictive things. It was just torture, that I had dreams that he was raping me, raping other people. I was having dreams of being chased. I was having a lot of sleep paralysis where I was constantly leaving my body a lot. And I know that it didn't start until I actually stayed in that house. I was having lots of sexual dreams, even with his sister, it was just constant torture in so many different ways. And it's I did not like him. It was almost like a love spell, right? Because it's I didn't like him, but I couldn't not be around him. I just had to be around him, even though I knew I didn't like him. It's my soul, my spirit. Also, it was I had lost my jobs every time, since I've been with him. Or he would plan a really big trip that I wanted to go on, literally when I got a job. And so it's almost I kind of had to not work at the job. It's almost I would tell the job, okay, hey, I can't work for 3 days or whatever, so is that okay? Some type of way I always lost a job. It was it happened twice. It was another job I had. The first job that I had, he's hey, I bought us a hotel to go out of town. Ended up losing that job. Then the second time, it was he planned this trip to Colorado, and it was I ended up losing that job, you know what I mean? Because we didn't get back in time. It just didn't work out. So I kept on losing jobs, you guys. I kept on having just bad luck. Just random things kept happening to me. Being followed by random people. I know that Felicity was waking up to night terrors and sleep, dreams, bad dreams. What else? Whenever we would walk into certain rooms of the house, you could feel it's this horrible, suffocating energy, almost demonic, What else? I've caught the mom kind of making faces behind my back and stuff, or acting weird. She would act like she didn't really like me. She'd just be hi, and then some days she'd be oh hi, oh my gosh, I missed you, and I was just kind of calm, They were constantly always buying things for me, trying to pay for me to go places, things like that. Distractions. I stayed constantly drunk or high in that relationship. I was constantly being pulled into darkness, right? They always had so much beer, so much, the mom was heavily addicted to cocaine and drinking, and so was my ex-boyfriend. He was heavily addicted to drugs. He was, just not a man of God. And so what else was it? It was like sometimes the dog would bark in the middle of the night into space, like there was something there in the middle of the night, some type of creature, or I'm not gonna say creature, a demon. Okay. What else? Gosh, it's just like, I know I had a lot of constipation around them. Like, I did not use the restroom very frequently. It was very, very rare that I even pooped. I gained so much weight. I became so lazy, so irritable, so tired. My anxiety went up the roof. Like, I had extreme anxiety that I've never had before. Then you guys, it was like, he would always just disappear. They always say when people just randomly disappear and you don't know, like, have any information, like what's going on, who, what, when, where, why, and like, that, yeah, they probably doing witchcraft. You know what I mean? They would just randomly disappear. They're like, oh, they went out of town. Oh, they're this. Oh, they're that. They would always disappear. They would do things. So basically, like, I had two best friends that were my best friends that I introduced to them. Some type of way, these people stopped being my friends when I introduced them to the family. The family ended up buying my best friend and her husband a house, and I have speculation that the mom was sleeping with her husband, my best friend's husband. It just got too out of whack. So I told my friend. She didn't want to believe it. She thought I was lying. And then her husband gets involved in the witchcraft. So they recruited my ex-friends or her husband to do witchcraft on me. They were trying to, they did some type of, I know they did a love spell. But also, it was revealed to me that they also were trying to sacrifice me. They kept on like, oh, I'm trying to help him move out, so you can move in with him. You need to move in with him. Things like that. And I found out, I didn't know, like, for some reason, I really wasn't thinking. It's like my brain was just gone. I was just believing what they were telling me, or just believing just whatever. Like, I just was not, thinking straight. Brain fog. I had a lot of brain fog. I had a lot of memory loss. I always forgot things. And then when I would have days that I wanted to be productive about things, and I had plans for that day, they would never come to pass. And sometimes he would call me when I had plans, and my plans to do something good for my life, and it just would never come to pass. It was like every time I would tell them something that I was really excited about, like I was really excited about real estate at one point, I lost the motivation for real estate to even continue doing my classes and stuff. I lost my motivation for my scheduling that I was doing. I was doing scheduling. I had plans, goals, a vision. Everything just went downhill. My credit score was going up because I was working on it. When I told them I was working on my credit score, things happened to bring my credit score down. It was like every opportunity I turned around, I had no money. It was like my funds were being depleted. They would constantly. So, for example, my ex-boyfriend bought my daughter a witch costume for Halloween. You think it's innocent, you think nothing of it. Next thing I know, she was a witch for 3 years straight. And one year she's like, I want to be something else. And he's like, I'll pay you to be a witch. And literally paid her $50 when a costume was cheaper than $50 for her to be a witch. I realized too that the first time that I went to the Renaissance Fest with them, they paid for the tickets and stuff like that. But like they paid for the tickets and things like that. And when I first went to the Renaissance Festival with them, it was on a witch day. I know one of the people had a witch hat, you know what I mean? Like, it was pretty crazy. Also, I noticed that they would be asking me lots of questions and stuff, just like kind of would you even really care if you know that you're going to sacrifice them, right? It's like, you know, when people make agreements with demons and devils, you know, they make these types of agreements. I mean, they kind of have to take their heart out of it at times when they know that someone's getting sacrificed, right? So there's just a lot of things. I'm probably going to try to make a well-organized video about it, but there were so many signs, and obviously, I didn't know people were really doing witchcraft out here. Like, I knew that it maybe was in the industry, but I didn't know it was your regular, smegular, everyday people also doing witchcraft as well. I was wondering why I was so obsessed with him, why I just felt so in love with him, but deep down, I didn't even like him. I didn't even want to kiss him, but I felt so obsessed with him. I didn't even want to have sex with him. I was like when it was like about that time, which don't have sex before marriage, okay? You know, don't make the same mistake I did. I ended up having sex with a witch, and they're trying to kill my butt. You know what I mean? So many things. Be careful, you guys. Be careful with people. Be careful. You don't know who people really, really are. You really don't.